Hi everyone. So this is going to be a quick finger wave tutorial, and the reason why I'm doing this is because it has been a long-term goal of mine to see this video get made here on YouTube. Back when I needed this video so bad, it just didn't exist, and it was a bummer. I didn't know what to do. Finger waves can be difficult to master, especially if you didn't grow up doing them. If you grew up doing them, you probably don't need this tutorial. You probably are far better at it than I am. But anywho, if you want to see finger wave tutorials that I love, that are very, perfect and artsy, go check out Hair Leo. That video is favorited by me. And then Gwen Brewer 1, I will tag them in the bottom bar. And if you want to check out those videos, go ahead and check them out. I think that they are great stylists. But this is just going to be a very basic finger wave tutorial and a little tutorial on the end on how to do a basic pin curl, so you can get that really awesome flapper hair. Stay tuned for more if you're interested. Now if you're doing this on yourself, clearly you will not need the doll head, but for all intents and purposes it's much easier to do hair on somebody else than it is on myself. So I've just parted down her hair down one side on very wet hair just to get started. So first things first, we're just going to apply that like so. And you're just going to part the hair out of the way. Sorry, just going to apply it on another section. Get the hair out of the way. Apply it on another section. Getting the idea, we're sort of applying it like color. But you're going to have to move fast. If you're doing this for class, board, or anything like that, you're going to have minutes to apply the gel, like nanoseconds basically, because you want to save all the time for the actual practice of the deal. So we're just going to keep on working that gel. The bottle is mid-empty because it's just easier to work with it when it's not filled to the brim, because then it just gets stuck. That's why it's making all those air popping noises. And it's just for fun on YouTube, so somebody can make a comment below that either sounds like a ketchup bottle or whoopee cushion. So we're just going to keep on working it. Now we're going to work the back of the head. If you do notice that the hair gets tough to work with, all you have to do is take a water bottle and keep a towel handy, just so that you don't drip all over the floor and everything stays nice and in its place. Alright, so enough getting through the basics, but I definitely think the key to the success of this is really just getting it started. Alright, I'm going to do this right-handed so as not to confuse you guys. We're just going to draw the comb forward using this comb. Draw the comb forward. With the hair facing you, I'll face it towards you. How's that? And first off, when you're parting it, you're not going to do the part too far back. Just right in the middle. Right about there. Not too far back, because it'll actually not really work with the line of the hair. Let me get the gel bottle out of the way. Just going to work it. So that's the first part. Section's close. People start getting confused right about there. What do I do? What do I do? Stop right there. As you can see, that part is definitely stopped at this point, and the hair just goes back. So now for this side of the hair, you're going to comb it into what they would call a C shape, which goes towards the face, like so. If you're working on a doll head stand, you definitely want to make sure that's very secure. Now, you're just going to comb it forward again. Whenever you're working toward the face, hair goes forward. Just to simplify that, because I've seen everyone go every which way, because I just don't feel that instructors are precise. And because they've been doing it so many years, they just stop teaching it, and they'll be like, oh, anyone could do it. No, you need to actually show before just anyone can do it. So now I have the crown right in your view, And you're going to see that there's nothing there at this point. You're just going to have the front done, the fronts are done. So now that we have the crown in your view, we're just going to comb that hair, keeping the distribution all even, like they tell you to do in the class. Keeping that distribution even is actually much easier said than done. I realize this. And I just wish teachers would help explain this a little bit more. If you just comb the hair, like when you're doing a ponytail on yourself and the hair is all distributed nice and evenly so there are no bumps, it's basically the idea. Okay? I hope you're watching what I'm doing. Maybe I should talk about what I'm doing a little bit. Okay. To get that nice ridge, so you're getting a real finger wave ridge, not a shadow wave or an over-directed ridge, you're going to comb that finger wave towards the other loop. You're going to place your finger like so, comb down, push, use the comb to push, and you're going to place that wave into your finger. I also just wanted to mention how much I loved YouTube. When I first started bartending, I didn't know how to cork wine quickly and table manner-wise. And now I do, and I'll tell you what, it's from YouTube. Now for the front bang. This is definitely doing it upside down for me, but we are working it. See, you could do anything you set your mind to. And we're just going to push that into our finger. We're going to pretend that this is the same piece as all the other pieces of the hair. Who cares what place of the head it's on? I'm going to push that back and then push this forward. So you're sort of cutting your work out for you every time you're about to start another loop. You know, you don't want to go back and then have to accidentally pull out your wave. If you just put that shape in as you go, you'll never have to worry about taking out your shape in the first place. Because I know a lot of people will draw their comb when it comes to this and then this comes out. You clearly don't want to do that. And then just have to be a mess, sad mess. It's not your fault. So we're about to comb it. We're already forming that in that direction. Just hold your finger down on the other waves. It's always towards the face, but it still needs to form a loop. That's the only time you close it when you're going away from the face, is when you're closing that loop. Okay? I'm just going to get it really nice behind that ear. So that's why you see that the flappers got their hair around their face, is because of those loops. It's not that they really have their hair in their face. It's definitely got style. I really want to thrust my fingers into that ridge just because you don't want a shadow wave, but her head is so loose. Alright, you definitely want those loose ends tucked away. Now this is not the state board wet set that you're required to do to get your license. This is a little bit more of a flapper detail on the bottom. But that was the finger wave that you're required to do to get your license. If you'd like to see a complete state board wet set, comment below if you're having difficulties. Now, I'm just going to keep those ends as tucked as possible.